now listening to The Nasty Table, the premier source for tabletop role-playing actual play. Now come on in, relax, and pull up a seat to The Nasty Table. Last session at The Nasty Table.
Running the background check?
Yeah.
Put some tits on this stick figure.
It's a 24/7 self-storage lock. 37 years old. He has a lockup on record. He was sentenced to 5 years. He got out after 6 months. Hennepin County Corrections.
Does this mean that he was fingerprinted?
You're allowed to do this?
If an employee opens the storage locker,
Where are you located?
Minneapolis.
Well, I'll be heading over shortly then.
I was just wondering if you could open a storage locker for me.
I'm sorry?
Storage unit?
I don't know what you're up to here.
May I ask your name, miss?
Marcia Tillman.
We're just gonna have to fucking open
But also,
this shit up.
but no. Even if we get it opened up,
My fault.
we
I should've
can
listened to
we
you.
can literally say,
We should've
"Oh,
just
I think I
snuck in."
see this," and then we open it up, and if we find something interesting, we say on record, "It was sitting right on top of those boxes." But if we don't find anything, fuck it, who cares? Walk
That's
out.
right.
Nobody's ever gonna know.
That's right.
That was they gonna believe a 15-year-old kid in court over us? I keep changing his age. I have no idea.
Yeah, he's just some like stupid kid reading a magazine, I'm sure.
You fucked that kid. I should have shot him right there.
Let's go, dude.
Nobody shot anybody yet. Like you
Yeah.
said, combat's not. This is session 10.
This is session 10.
I'm gonna come.
If
Do not go.
Do not come.
yeah, I'm gonna come. If I could please have a recap of the last session.
Well, we're going to be happy to find these fingerprints because there's a lot of things that we could use these prints on to test. And also just want to talk with Joseph, the clerk, but I'm a little suspicious about this supervisor because... I'm suspicious about the whole facility. Maybe the supervisor's fine. I don't know. Maybe Joseph's fucked too, but Joseph doesn't know why he was let out. Which you would imagine or assume that there is already there should be record of that. So we're gonna ask about that, I imagine.
Alright. So, you mentioned it quickly, but I do want to retouch on the storage locker situation. Exactly what was... I mean, I'm not going to castrate you, I'm not going to embarrass you, but what was the idea there?
Well, we probably should have thought about it a little bit more before going in. I didn't really think about the fact that he was just going to say something right then and there. I didn't have the full plan up, but I wanted to see if he would open the storage locker for us, but didn't really know how to persuade him. If I could do it back again, I would do it differently, but I fucked up, and he's probably really suspicious now on why I wanted to open that. And he also said that it wasn't in Ronald's name.
Yes.
Which is weird. And then I just left. If all I had showed him my badge, would he have been like...
You don't know.
Alright.
It didn't happen.
Yeah, whatever.
Your experience of dealing with people and flashing the badge, it does tend to have a profound effect on people.
Miss Tillman was there.
Yes, Miss Tillman.
Yep.
So, I do want to reiterate, because the idea that A, either he didn't have family on record, or B, you guys didn't look if there were family on record, this is a question about whether or not you guys feel that you are following through with all the leads that you have at your disposal. I think that it would benefit you guys a lot if you took the time to go through a lot of the stuff that you've already done, and maybe if you approached it with additional context that you now have, or even if you feel like you didn't follow through all the leads entirely, because I think there might be some stuff there. Is there? Maybe not, but it would be good practice, and this is also the case with actual police work, of constantly revisiting leads under either new lenses or additional context, or looking at it from a different angle, or, you know, double checking that you did everything that you had to do there. That's just good police practice. All right. with half our pair of detectives on the highway, driving towards Hennepin County Corrections, and the other half in the police station, face to face with a one Marcia Tillman, I would like to ask, primarily, before we get into the police department business, is there any conversations that the two of you have on this drive to Hennepin County Corrections?
Is the, do you have a radio on? Like the general just radio?
Yeah.
What song's playing, Joe?
Bridge Over Troubled Water by Simon & Garfunkel. If you think that I don't have a little thing on my DM screen that says top songs of 1970, you're out of your goddamn mind.
Well, thank you.
Bridge over troubled water.
So no conversations that occur on that truck at all? Is there anything that you guys need to talk about, I guess I want to say, or can we just hand wave it and say that you continue on your journey? Or if there is a conversation that does pop in your head, chime in, interrupt, and we'll jump to it.
Well, while we are driving, am I driving or are you driving? I feel like I've been driving. Do you want to drive? I'll say that as we walk in the car.
Do you want me to drive? This has been all in one night
That's right.
that we've been to this trailer park twice now.
Yeah. Well, we're not going to the trailer park.
We're not, but
Yeah,
I mean,
but we've been
do
out
you,
and out-
do
in and
you
out.
trust me to drive after driving earlier and you were a little freaked out?
Oh, that's right. No, I'll drive. I'll drive. You have radio privileges.
Fuck yeah.
But I wanted to say, I think Caleb, we got to talk about what we're gonna ask Dr. Weiss Clay tomorrow if we have time.
I didn't get any indication that he was doing anything nefarious, but
Yeah.
he can't be overlooked that he did point us directly at our answer. Although I think that maybe with the detective work that the two of us did, we did find that trailer. The trailer that we presume that child came from.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe he has more information, but I think that was me and you that did that.
I agree. Yeah, I think maybe if we get another conversation going with him, just to figure out why he chose this area specifically. It's the only other advantage I can think of. And also, we still have that meeting tomorrow with Curtis. Yeah, Curtis Collins. And hopefully the day shift's going to get that report finished by then.
When we get to this corrections facility, do you plan on pushing anybody if the answer is we don't know, we don't have it on record, there's nothing we can say about this?
I think there should be some push. This facility should. I'm surprised that they don't have it on record why he was let out. 6 months into his, however long he was supposed to stay there for.
All right. Back to the police station. You two are face to face with someone who has approached under the name Marcia Tillman. Her hand's out with a piece of paper. She asks, "Will one of you sign off so I can bury my brother?"
Miss Tillman, yeah, we will be signing off on that. I just have to go down and speak with my lieutenant. You see, Bobby died in, I'm sure, as you know, quite an unusual way. In the, we were looking into things and cause of death. And I just want to talk to my supervisor just to make sure. Okay, I'll be. I kind of scared.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to
And then she
play it off.
directs her attention towards Jerry.
And Jerry's just kind of like standing there, just like, just like really awkward. Like, sorry for your loss.
How exactly did my brother die?
He was unhealthy, smoked a lot.
No, he didn't. Bobby didn't smoke.
Were you in close contact with him? When was
Not
the last time you seen him?
last time I seen him.
Last time you've been in his house?
Well, I actually never talked to him when he moved here. I think the last time I actually talked to him was probably 64. And even that was only in passing. You step down into the violent crimes unit and Longo is there. He looks up.
Lieutenant, there's a Miss Marcia Tillman up at the front door. She's here with some paperwork looking to pick up the body of Bobby.
Is it his mother? Wife?
It's his sister.
Sister?
Yeah, we didn't see anything in our records about any known relatives, but it seems to be the, and I pointed at the court board, the woman that was in that picture. Now, something doesn't feel right about letting this body go, but you are the supervisor, so I wanted to come down here and let you have the final say on this one. You know what kind of evidence we got on this man.
Come in my office. Close the door. The murder of Bobby Tillman is closed. Can you tie him to whatever case that you're working on now? Because if you can, then we have reason to not let this body out the door. Give me something, Ray. Give me anything.
There's a lot of things, a lot of open ends. I mean, aren't these pictures enough reason just to leave it open for a little while longer? Just the fact.
Yes, the case can stay open, but what does his dead corpse have to do with the child porn that was in his possession? I want to help you. I want to give you what you want.
Well, Lieutenant, I came down here to see if you thought it was wise or not that we give the body up. I told you that something in my gut is maybe telling me we hold on to it, but if you, in your wise decision as my supervisor, thinks it's fine that we give this up and we can't gain anything from it,
I'm saying that
I'm
we might
willing to
not
do it.
I'm saying that we might not have a choice. Because in the eyes of the law, she wants her dead brother's body. Look, I can stall it a day, maybe 2. But she does have a legal obligation to get his corpse. If we can't tie him to a currently open case that would need his corpse. You get what I'm saying? You want me to stall it? I'll stall it. But I can't do more than a day, 2.
Well, Lieutenant, you should have said that earlier. Let me go up there, talk to Jerry, and find out what's going on. I'll get back to you.
You're not dismissed.
Okay.
And he gives you a long stare. I am trying very hard to play this right, because you can play it however you want. You have referred to me as supervisor. I am not your supervisor. I am your supervisor's supervisor. And I want to make sure that with whatever you're playing with here, when we have to take it and bring this project to a judge, that it's done right. Because I want justice as much as you do for whatever you think justice is. And I know how easy justice can be thrown in the trash because the people on the ground didn't do it right. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
Walk on out.
You step up and you see Jerry kind of having a conversation with Marcia.
And do they pause when I walk up?
Yep.
Jerry, can I speak with you for a minute? And I want to take you into the hallway out of the room. Lieutenant says we can stall this out for maybe a day or 2 if we need to, but well, I don't know. Do we need to?
She said he didn't smoke.
You serious?
That's what she told me.
But his chest was black.
I know.
How else?
She hasn't seen him in a long time, but...
She hasn't seen him in a long time?
Long time.
Like how long?
64?
So like... Damn. That's before our records go back.
It's before he went to the military, right?
We have it written down. I know. Is that...
Consult your notes. Your notes are not mine.
Let me see. Vietnam vet 64. So we say he got back in 64.
And you guys have his records that you got from his house. He did 1 tour in 64. So 64 presumably into 65.
Okay. Alright, so you saying all this. I think we might need to have a little chat with Marcia Tillman.
Yeah,
what
definitely.
What do you think about it?
Definitely.
Alright. Listen, I'm going to go get her a cup of coffee. bring her into the break room. We're gonna have a little chat with her.
All right. What time is it? Come. I mean, I guess it could. I guess she could be just waking up.
At this point, it's like 3:30 in the morning.
It's a weird time to show up at the fucking police station.
So you step in back into the main lobby, and she's still standing there, and she kind of gives you guys like a quizzical look.
Miss Tillman, do you think you can step in our little conference room over here? Can we just have a quick word? It shouldn't take all that much time.
Yeah, sure, no problem. She steps in. You take her into the interrogation room?
No, I want to take her into like
a private conference room?
Or kind of like, well, because it's night shift, not many people there. Like the break room, just where like the coffee machine is.
Okay, all right, yeah.
Because I assume no one's really in there.
Yeah, easy enough to step into the break room.
I want to keep it casual with her. I want to make her feel comfortable.
Gotcha. So you guys step into the break room, vending machine, coffee pot, little couple of tables set up. Nobody in here other than you three.
I'm sorry, what are the lights like in there? Because we got a flickering light in our office space.
Back rooms lights.
So, like, is this comfier? What are we talking?
This is well kept.
Okay.
It's nice. They recently put in new lights because there were some complaints. Vending machine doesn't dispense change all the time.
A couple other women came in late at night to pick up their brother's corpses. And like, it's so dingy.
Yeah, they left a Yelp review like, they let my brother's body go, but oh my god, those lights were giving me a headache. So yeah, you sit down. She gets comfortable. She kind of like puts the paper in front of her and kind of looks off to you two who are kind of standing up, not immediately sitting down.
So you're gonna get Bobby's body back for sure. We're gonna sign off on it. There's just some open ends, if you will, that we came across when just tying up some things with the unfortunate death of your brother. My partner here, he said that you didn't talk to him since 1964.
Truthfully, I didn't talk to him since 1958. 1964 was the last time I saw him. I moved out in 1958. Bobby still lived with our parents. But I think I stopped by once to drop off some paperwork that my dad needed, and Bobby was there, and just saw him in passing.
You said Bobby didn't smoke?
No. He's very vehement against it because our dad died a couple years after that of lung cancer. So, Bobby was always annoyed because dad would be smoking and, always trying to get him to quit, this and that. No, Bobby didn't smoke.
Well, I don't know where you've been or what you heard or anything, who called you, but the autopsy report, although he was hit in the chest by a punch, a blunt force, his lungs, the inside of him was black. It was unhealthy and unnatural. Clearly, the punch was only a final blow, if you will.
Look, detective, I don't want to waste your time, and I've been up all night driving here. I don't really care. This is a formality for my mom. I'm not that close to Bobby. I just want to get this over with.
I hear you. You got to take the body far?
A little bit. We were going to have somebody, hopefully a funeral parlor in town, pick them up, ship them off.
Go a couple hours out of town?
Chicago.
Oh, okay. All right, we're going to let you go. I got to ask, Marcia. I mean, you didn't talk to him a lot, from, you said 58 on, but when you grew up with him before that, was anything weird about him? Anything?
No. Roll human intelligence. 1.
God dang.
She's lying. Flat out. Wow. She doesn't make eye contact with you. She is also visibly paled after you asked that question and pointed it towards her.
Wait. When was the picture taken?
You don't know.
Well, you
have
said it was in like a year, like 10 years ago?
They look
Well, I
like
guess
Bobby
that would make
looks like
sense.
he's in his early 20s in the picture.
Upon her giving me that answer, I look at Jerry and kind of, even if she's looking right at me, kind of give him like just a little shake of the head in disapproval.
And I kind of like nod.
And I was standing up the whole time. I kind of sit down right next to her.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody in this room knows that your brother was a little fucked up.
And you see her drop her shoulders, extend her hands out across the table, and like just her head like hits the table, and she breathes this sigh of relief. What did he do?
Before we say that, any stories about him that you know?
He was a creep.
In what way?
My brother was obsessed with me. That's why I left. Did he hurt somebody?
Well,
Not that we know of.
we don't know for sure. No, listen, you don't have to say much more. That's all we needed to know.
Yeah. Thank you.
Now, will you please sign off on this so I can go home?
Yeah, I'll sign it for you.
And you sign it?
Yeah, just while I'm signing it, I sign my first name and then pause before my last name. I say, there's more people like your brother, and I know it's really hard for you to have to live every day having gone through that. But we, people like us, and trying to lock these guys up, we appreciate all the help you can give us because we care about you.
She
And I slide her the paper.
She kind of doesn't say anything, but you can see her expression shifts and changes to, originally it was relief, now it's just like almost comfort, you know, like when you come in from the cold and the fireplace is on. She takes the paper, stands up, goes to walk away, turns back around. You hear this rip of the paper, little piece, jots something down on it, puts it down on the table, and then walks out.
Pick up the paper.
Phone number.
Cool.
Cool. Good shit.
During that time, my other pair of detectives, you guys arrive at Hennepin County Corrections Facilities. You guys are used to looking at jails. It's nothing new to you. It's a fairly big structure, and you know the procedures as law enforcement officers in order to get access to this building and, you know, find your way around and get in. So you go through, park, anything that you guys say before you step in?
Just be mindful, someone in there likely consciously did not put a reason for, our suspects.
We are going in under the assumption that something is off. This wasn't any natural way of letting anybody out of prison.
That's right. Put the car in park, turn the lights off, and I radio in to the lieutenant.
Mm-hmm.
Lieutenant, this is Sergeant McNeil. Do you copy?
Copy, Roy.
Just wanted to inform you of our whereabouts currently. Per our discussion in your office, we are looking for a reason to draft a warrant. We're currently at the Correction Service, the Hennepin County Corrections in Minneapolis. Just wanted to inform you we will definitely be back before 7, though.
What are you looking into?
Looking to get our suspect's fingerprints. Might be able to trace it back to former suspect Bobby Tillman's car, notes that were exchanged, any valuables, etc.
Great work. Keep moving.
Copy that.
We didn't, no family members for Ronald came up?
No.
Okay.
So you guys make your way in, and like I said, you know the procedures in order to get to where you're going. Flash your badges, walk through a couple doors, talk to somebody, sign in, talk to somebody else, flash your badge again, and eventually you reach the records office. It's one of those offices that are kind of set up where there's basically like a hole in the wall, somebody in a swivel chair kind of sitting there, looks up as you approach. It's a man. He's younger, maybe like 23, black hair, stubble, beautiful green eyes. You would probably guess like maybe he like just had LASIK surgery done. His hair is, like I said, black. He's got it kind of up a little bit and to the side. He's wearing this black jacket, black shirt underneath. And I mean, by most terms, you would say that he's handsome, suave, sexy. You would say sexy. And he looks up. Can I help you guys?
Oh, he's so fucking ugly.
Oh my god. Oh. That's fucking. Roy mutters, so handsome. Hello, how are you? Sergeant Roy McNeil. You must be Joseph.
I am. Hi. You can call me Joe.
Okay, Joe. Here with Detective
O'Connor.
Yeah, you guys were looking for that record on a Quinnen, right?
That's right.
All right, I got it right here for you. And he hands it over. His fingerprints are on that last page right there. You can flip right to it.
Beautiful. I check and I do look.
Yes.
Is this like a shitty copy or is this the real deal?
This is the original copy here.
Okay, cool.
Do you tend to keep records of goings on if any inmates have conflicts?
Yeah, I mean, we have like behavioral reports and stuff like that.
Nothing on our man.
I mean, he wasn't really here long enough to get that kind of report. You know what I mean?
He was kept with the general population.
Yeah, he was in Gen Pop, but record only states he was here for 6 months.
Is it common to not write down reasoning for letting someone go so soon?
Well, actually, because you guys brought it up, I tried to talk with that supervisor about it. He said his supervisor told him to sign off on it.
Okay, could we get a name for that? Or at least your supervisor's name?
Look, I mean, this isn't really... And he kind of like looks at you guys. Somebody wanted this guy out. Because my supervisor's supervisor doesn't give orders to my supervisor to sign out on early releases like that.
And that makes you entirely unsuspicious.
It's not the first one. He was probably some rich guy's brothers, nephews, etc.
You've never seen a poor man walk out of here under these circumstances?
Of course not. Look, I get you guys are from Linwood, Minneapolis. We got a lot of prisoners. It's not, and it wasn't a violent charge, so it's not going to raise any red flags. How long have you guys been cops?
About 2 decades now. Trust me, I understand what you're talking about, you know, when you're in there and I point in towards the corrections, facility.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and there's like a glass window and you can see like the lines of the cells.
Yeah. You're more of a number than a person, I would say, and I definitely understand the willingness to reduce that number for convenience. Is this what you're trying to tell us?
No, I'm not going to dance around it. I'm not going to blow smoke up your asses. Somebody wanted this guy out. Wasn't about numbers, wasn't about mouths to feed. He probably knew somebody who knew somebody to lower the charge and then eventually drop it entirely and then put that in as a early release or some bullshit. Happens every single day.
So, what is your reasoning for not letting us pursue this further?
Because it happens every day. Are you going to follow every single lead of a prisoner who just gets a write-off and can walk out free?
You seem like a good guy. I like you, Joe.
Thanks.
And look, aside from your eyes and your beautiful mind... Alright, this is weird. This I'm turning into a pedophile.
Whoa.
Okay. Alright. You seem like a good guy. Look, I think for your convenience and for honesty's sake here, we're on one case right now. It's not about the quantity of who you're of inmates that your supervisor are releasing. we're focused on one man.
Real quick, look. I need you to understand that if you want to find out why he was given this release, my supervisor's not going to know. His supervisor's not going to know. His supervisor's supervisor isn't going to know. You're going to follow this all the way up the chain of command until you get to the chief of police. What I can give you is the original case file that got him locked up. And that might have a little bit something in there. We just follow orders from our bosses and our boss's boss and our boss's boss's boss. So yeah, you can talk to them. I can give you their names. It's just going to cause a problem for them, and they're not going to give you a straightforward answer.
Is that case file in here?
I can find it for you, yeah.
Okay, I think we'd appreciate that.
I'm sorry if that's disappointing, but that's kind of how it works around here.
Can you get that case file?
And he stands up, walks over.
While he's gone, he's so handsome. No, I'm kidding. I'm done.
Jesus. Roy really likes this guy, man.
While he's gone, we gotta get the guy's name.
Why is a records clerk so distinct on knowing or so set on knowing the chain of command and exactly what's going to happen in our investigation?
Yeah. It leads us to be a little suspicious towards him, I would say.
Also, have you heard of somebody getting this kind of charge for selling marijuana?
Roll law.
$18 on a 30.
It's a felony that carries a minimum sentence of 5 years.
Oh, okay.
75 on a 50. But can I mark that as...
A fail? Yeah, I asked you
Okay.
both to roll.
Okay,
You're good.
cool.
Anything else that you guys want to say quickly before he comes back?
Not really, unless you do.
He comes back with the paperwork. Here's the paperwork. Here's a copy of that file. Is there anything else that I can do for you guys?
We would like your supervisor's name and his supervisor.
We don't want to give you trouble or make your job any more difficult, but it's just, we didn't drive an hour for fun. We're here to dot I's, cross T's, and gather as much information as possible. Maybe nothing will come of it. Maybe something, but better to have it than not.
So, you're going to look under the organization that I am employed by and work for under the lens of them being related to a crime?
That's right. Can we have their names?
Roll persuade. It's not like he's not going to give you the names.
Can I do it?
No.
Okay.
Oh, a 1. Let's go. On a 0. No, I'm playing.
My manager's name is Jonathan Simmies. His manager's name is Dan Colchetti.
Simmies?
Simmies, Simmis.
I'm sorry, that's Dan what?
Colchetti. Colchetti.
And Joe, what's your last name?
Campo. Campo.
Awesome.
That's quick on that, too.
Yeah. So Jonathan is your boss. Dan is Jonathan's boss.
Correct. And like I said, look, I don't want to talk down to you, but I will at least level with you. You're not the first cops to come in here looking for records that aren't exactly airtight and look for answers for them. None of them have found any. It's not the way that this works. I wish it was the way that it works and people were held accountable for the things that they do, but honestly, at the end of the day, people are just following orders that come from above them. So yeah, you can press on my supervisor and his supervisor, but they're just doing what they're told.
Trust me, I get it. And I think the three of us here understand the justice system enough to know that when you create a mess, it kind of stays a mess. I don't think we have anyone's... We got the 3 of your names, but like I said, we're on one case here. That's Bobby Tillman.
Alright. Anything else I can do for you guys? You need me to validate your parking?
Please.
Did you tell Bob Tillman's name?
No. Right into the mic there.
Oh, shit.
Why'd you tell him Bobby Tillman's name?
Fuck. Because I'm a bitch.
This guy, Joe Campa runs the whole pedophile ring. It's Joe Campa who runs the pedophile ring.
Excuse me, what'd you say?
I pull out my M1911. Any last words?
One between the eyes. Die, motherfucker.
Fuck.
He validates your parking.
Okay.
We're having fun. So what are you guys doing? Leaving immediately?
Is there anything else you wanted to do?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. I want to just quickly skim between the copy he made for me and the original. Like, is the copy...
Yes, they're exactly the same.
Okay.
Same quality and everything like that. But, like, in the original copy had, like, laminations on certain stuff. This is just, like, strictly printed out Xeroxed paper.
There's going to be no difference in the fingerprints, correct?
If you take the time to, like... And he kind of, like, awkwardly watches you. If you double check, they look identical.
Okay.
Cool. Okay, Joe. Thanks very much. I think that's all we got for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there somebody that we have at the station that's like would be more of an expert on fingerprints?
You could probably find someone from investigative.
Yeah.
Like, you probably have a guy there that you, like, go to for stuff like this. Yeah, you'd be able to do that.
Okay.
And anything else that's kind of outside of his area of expertise, you would probably send that to either the feds or Minneapolis, that they probably have a larger lab, you know.
I was talking more like if we had to like dust an area for prints.
Oh, like an actual, like, crime scene? Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. Investigative would definitely have that. You also have that skill as well. Hopefully. What's your forensics?
No, 52.
Yeah.
Can I try to... Like, he seemed very genuine, obviously. He was just straight up with us. But, can I try to, like, determine, like, is he trying to defend these people? Or is he trying to...
Roll human intelligence.
23 on a 73.
Yeah, I mean, you believe this guy when he says that he's seen cops come in asking the same questions that you are, and they end up at dead ends. He's trying to save you time and also cover his supervisors from unnecessary scrutiny
Yeah.
that he knows, or at least he believes, isn't going to lead anywhere. You believe that he believes that.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Walk out.
Back in the car, heading straight back to Linwood.
Yes.
All right. So, back in Linwood, you two just finished talking to Marcia Tillman. She walks out with a signed thing, a signed piece of paperwork that states that they're allowed to release the body. Lieutenant told you that he'd be able to stall that. That's probably him just placing a call with Davy Jones and being like, Davy, please just hold off on filing that for like a day or two. So, there's nothing that needs to happen on your end in order for that to get stalled. Mm-hmm. But you guys are in the police department.
Upon her leaving, I want to go make a call to Davy Jones.
Mm-hmm.
Just give him a heads up. So yeah, I just go to my desk, grab phone. You pick up. You ring. You don't pick up.
No, I just like watching you struggle. You're like, is anyone there? Coroner.
Yes, this is Detective Ray Hoyt.
Hey, Ray. You recognize Davy Jones's voice.
Hey, Dave. Just had a Miss Tillman, Marcia Tillman's the sister of Bobby, coming to the department. Signed a release form first. She's going to be coming down to pick up the body. Could potentially be any minute now. Just wanted to give you a heads up. She told us that Bobby definitely didn't smoke at all. He was definitely against that.
No, I don't know about that. I mean, you saw the body. I mean, the fact that his lungs weren't a puddle of tar at that point is ridiculous to me. He was a smoker.
I understand he was in terrible condition. I just want to confirm with you, just to the best of our ability, I know you're just at least slightly familiar with the case we're dealing with, the people that may be involved do heinous things. Are we 100% sure that that was absolutely from cigarette smoke?
Tell you what, Ray. I'll go over it again, double check, make sure everything's watertight on that. I have no reason to believe otherwise, but if you're saying that there's a possibility, I'll hear you out.
I appreciate it.
I'll let you know tomorrow.
Thank you. You have a good night.
You too. Click.
Did I hear that?
Yeah, his end of the conversation.
I mean, we saw cigarette butts in his apartment.
Yeah, I don't doubt he could have started smoking. I just want to make sure that everything's crossed off.
Cigarettes.
Everything's crossed off before we
I
send
know.
this body off. It's true, though. If he didn't smoke at all in the time before his sister last saw him, that's an awful amount of cigarettes to smoke.
Can I look at the picture?
Yeah.
Does she look like weirded out in the picture at all? Like,
With the additional context that you got talking with her, Bobby's arm,
he's
her hand, his hand is like not at her hip, but like a little bit lower, like on that upper thigh. And she is smiling, but her eyes aren't squinted. Like, you know how like when you smile in pictures,
she
but
looks uncomfortable.
yeah. It is definitely discomforting.
Judging by
Is that like something like we'll all in character, like we didn't pick up on, but now that we know,
Yeah,
we'll
exactly.
Yeah,
It's
we're like,
this is one of those moments where it's like,
yeah, fuck. Judging by the pictures, is there anything that tells me what year this is from? How long ago?
I mean,
Exactly.
so
by any
if when you
chance?
talk to her, she looked like she was late 30s, maybe 37, 38. I'd say actually maybe like 38, 39. In this, she looks like she's 24, 25.
Okay.
kind of want to reconvene with Sergeant.
Yeah.
Detective. See what they found out.
Yeah.
Snooping around.
We still don't know where they are.
No?
Yeah.
You guys go back into the violent crimes unit?
Yeah, I want to go talk
Yeah.
to the lieutenant when we go back in as well.
Yeah, he's there. He's actually walking up, he looks like. And he's got like some paperwork in his hand and he sees you too.
Oops.
How'd it go with Marcia?
Not that bad. I don't know if we're going to be needing all that one-day extension that you offered, but I got Davy Jones down there just making sure we're airtight and no loose ends. We can give up the body, but she'll be on with her brother soon.
Anything stick out? She say anything useful?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you read my briefing on that book Lolita, right?
Yeah.
She might have been
You don't have to say anything more.
yeah.
She seemed like she's going to be helpful.
She was a little reluctant, but she left her phone number.
That's good.
Yeah, we should be touchy with it. We don't know how loose that thread is, but
Only use it if you need it.
oh, absolutely. She also said that up until she had a lot of contact with him and the rest of the family, that Bobby didn't smoke, and he wasn't too fond of smoking either. She said that their daddy smoked, and he got lung cancer, and he hated that. He hated the fact that he did that to himself. So I don't know. I mean, Jerry pointed out he had cigarette butts in the apartment, but for all that to happen in just a short couple of years, black lung like that's a seasoned smoker right there.
Well, that's more than a pack a day.
That's way more than a pack a day for only a couple of years.
What the fuck? I don't know. Here, but take a look at this. And he hands you a file. This is a write-up from Officer Pierce. He was the one who took that statement from Lily David about the car. Not a lot in there. I think he kind of did everything he could, but at least to have that there. Anything else that you guys are following up on tonight?
Well, I was gonna look into doing some reconnaissance on this trailer park woman, but I don't know. After meeting Marcia, our story's all kind of out of sorts. Got to get our bearings straight.
What trailer park woman?
Down by the trailer park, by the river. It's the
Yeah, there's one by the river. Roy heard some stuff coming from there. We just thought maybe we would check it out.
yeah, but
Oh, the one that the homeless guy told you guys about?
yeah, but it's kind of a flat dead scene out there. I don't want to really play a shitty hand that we were dealt, you know.
Be careful with that.
I want to find out about that car. Find out for sure if that's what was pulling up to that house.
That's a good idea. You guys get pictures of the car?
I did.
All right. If you guys are going to go to the trailer park, don't be in uniform.
Oh, absolutely.
No police cars, no nothing like that.
All right.
Yeah. I think perhaps put that off maybe tomorrow in daylight.
Tomorrow night.
Might think about. We do have these boys that we already put the paperwork together to interview. Might just clear that one off the task list. Get that
Remember
one
what I
out.
said about those?
Oh yeah, we ain't chasing too hard on
One
them.
and done.
Absolutely.
Anything else you guys got?
That's it for me, sir.
You want me to have this RJ's car brought back here?
Whatever's easier for the detailed crime scene
Yeah, we should
unit,
probably just
whatever.
bring it. Yeah,
They
just
tow it
bring
back here. They want to do it out there. Whatever.
Can try and dust for prints there too. What did you guys find in there anyway, other than the grain that he was talking about? I see this. There's a duffel bag here.
Jerry, you were digging around in there.
In the bag. Yeah, so we got like a map.
Car was registered to him.
It was?
Oh yeah. Right.
You got the
believe-
registration in the glove box?
Yeah, I believe. Right.
Nice.
Yeah, it wasn't. Yeah, all the paperwork was
Key?
correct.
Yeah, this key goes to a storage unit.
What's in it?
We ain't get in it.
Where was this key found?
In his truck. Apparently it doesn't belong to him.
Go open it.
Isn't that against the law?
Get someone else in there to do it.
The employee?
Yes.
He wouldn't
Did you
do
go
it.
there? You went there?
Yeah, we did.
What happened?
Yeah, I take out a cigarette while he's right when he says the key. I take out.
So do I. I'm just like,
He was asking about the car key, by the way.
Which I have, but we don't want
I'm talking about the quick store.
Yeah, I know, but he said, "Do you have the key?" And he was talking about the car key. He wasn't. How would he
Oh,
know
really?
any idea about the
Were
quick
you?
store key?
Nah, no way. Talking about the quick store key.
You went there?
Yeah, I went there.
Why?
Try to get the employee to open it.
Stop. You found a key for a storage locker.
Yep.
Did you tell Roy?
Nope.
Just you.
Yep.
Why didn't you tell me?
I thought he would tell me not to go there.
Even if I did, that's... What the... And he, starts rubbing the bridge of his nose. Why? You thought I would tell you not to go there. Okay, so if I tell you not to go there, don't go there. What do you...
I'm trying to figure stuff out.
And I want to fucking help you! Sidebar, take a point of inspiration for covering for the boss.
Where do I put it?
Program points, you can put it in the bottom under luck.
Bet.
Keep me
I'm
up to
taking Jerry's taking juice right now, man.
keep me up to date on whatever the fuck you guys are working on. Well, if this is not how we do things here, I don't think that I need to tell you that. That was strike one.
Jerry's just like smoking.
You get till strike two, and there's no fucking strike three. If you find shit that is pertinent to this case, I need to know. Not only because I'm your fucking boss, but because I want to help you. Don't hide shit. Clear?
Copy that.
Go to that fucking storage locker, show the employee your badge, and have him open it. Because if you can get a connection from anything in there to Bobby Tillman, then we're fucking golden, and we can basically do whatever we want. We can build a case here. This is what I've been asking for. Links.
But will I not be able to dig into it?
Of course you can dig into it, because if you get that storage locker open, and you go in there, and you get me anything that relates the owner of that storage locker, that key was found in Ronald Jordan Quinnan's car, to Bobby Tillman, this is an actual case. For the first time in 48 hours, this is an actual case.
All right. I'm gonna do it first thing tomorrow.
You'll do it now.
Give me the keys. You walk out.
Walk out.
Yeah.
Get in my car. And I take the storage locker key. And when I turn the ignition, I say, I'm going to take the lead this time.
They got in trouble.
Yeah, Jerry got in trouble.
I love yelling at you guys.
And Jerry is like, I want to make it clear that Jerry's like, he doesn't give a fuck about the lieutenant yelling at him, but he's definitely a little bit salty about him being like, I'm taking the lead. And like the fact that he fucked up earlier, he's like, in his head, he's like, fuck, man, fuck. He's a little salty. But he can be humbled. He's letting the boy take the lead. It's all good.
So I will say that we kind of got the two timelines here a little bit skewed off, but actually in all the stuff that you guys have done, and an hour and a half there, maybe 20 minutes at the corrections facility, an hour and a half back, you guys probably pull up to the PD back from Minneapolis, probably while they're getting bitched out by Lieutenant Longo.
Well, Jerry is getting bitched out.
Yes. At that point in time, I mean, you guys walk in and you can hear like Longo down the stairs, like kind of like yelling, and then you see Jerry and Ray like walk up the steps.
You guys, imagine we catch each other on the stairs. Everything all right down there?
Everything's fine.
Yeah, it's just a little hot. Y'all want to come to a storage unit with us?
I'm gonna have to make a couple calls. If you guys want to wait about 5 minutes, we could come with you.
Yeah, I'm down.
All right.
Rather catch up with y'all, see what you found out.
Anything else happened tonight?
Oh yeah, Bobby's got a sister.
Bobby
came-
does have a sister.
Came to pick up the body tonight.
It's the woman in the picture.
The what? What?
It's the woman in the picture.
Yeah.
Oh,
And get this. Apparently, Bobby hated smoking.
Huh.
Last time she saw him was, well, in 64, but in 58, continuously. And she said he hated smoking. He would never
58?
smoke.
She saw him last?
Well, she lived at home last in 58. That's when they all lived with their parents. She moved away in 58. The last that she saw him was in 64. It was presumably right before he went into the service.
Does she live around here? Or?
We got her phone number. If you take a look at that picture again, knowing some things that we know now, maybe you can tell the kind of relationship they had. But she could be a good resource for us.
Huh. All right.
Make your phone calls. We'll get going.
Sure.
did you give the body back to her?
We're gonna. Yeah, we got.
I was thinking we got our fingerprints from a Ronald. Maybe Davy Jones can get fingerprints, just in case. If we're dusting everything for
Oh, we
prints at
certainly
this
should.
point.
I'll give him a ring again. I called him right after she left. Davy Jones is gonna do another full autopsy of the body, considering that there's some red flags about his exact cause of the blackness in his lung.
So are we looking for a change? Because are we thinking that he's strange with his sister, obsessed with his sister, and then turns to, I want to say, a more advanced level of terribleness?
I'm thinking it's either that or is she going to pick up the body? She's not doing that now, is she? We have time?
Well, I called Davy Jones, and he's gonna hold it for a little while to do his final check. The lieutenant told us we had to go ahead to keep it for, well, at least about an extra day.
Oh, okay. So she's in town for an extra day.
Oh, absolutely. But listen,
Amazing.
she did not want to talk about this at all. You don't want to press someone that's been through something like that, especially an adult.
Well, to be honest, the only thing that I really care about, we don't need to even see her or speak to her again. I think as long as we tell Davy Jones to be there the first time she looks at the body, if this man was, completely against smoking and, over the span of a few years had pitch black lungs, maybe it's not Bobby Tillman. It's very unlikely, but
That's true.
I mean, but we have the picture of him.
Yeah.
We were able to say that looked like him.
The man in that picture. Yes, that was the corpse that you saw.
Okay.
You also have his ID, his driver's license,
Yeah.
which has a picture
So
of
it's
him on it.
confirmed.
and they all
So-
match up.
Listen, I called up Davy Jones and asked him an odd request because, in all odds, this is some type of lung cancer. But if you have an odd request with him, you just call him up and he might do it just for you as well.
Well, Davy Jones was the one call I had to make. So it should be quick. I'm going to give him that request and I'll be right back up.
Call up Davey.
Yeah, it's run down quick. And
What do you say?
hey, Davy. How's it going?
Kind of elbow deep in Bobby Tillman right now. What can I do for you, Roy?
I got you. That's awesome.
Oh, that's sick.
You're so... I'm so happy. All right, gotta go. That's awesome.
Just fucking.
That's perfect. You're right with them. I need to. I had a quick question about.
Quickly, Roy.
Can you get his prints for me overnight?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm ready for you in the morning.
Can you be there when Martha Tillman sees that body for the first time?
Is she coming here now?
No, we should have the body ready for her in about a day on our end. Not sure about your end, if that's all right with you. Is about 24 hours okay?
Yeah, I already talked to Longo. He said, hold it for a little bit. She'll come in. I mean, I can't really let her come in the back here until she signs off.
Of course.
Until that goes completely through. So Longo told me to wait a little bit. I'm waiting a little bit.
Okay.
So I don't know exactly how long a little bit is. I guess I'll catch up with Longo again.
Yep. Definitely catch up with Longo. Between you and me, though, should be about 24 hours. But when the body's presentable and ready to be handed off to her...
I'll have the other people who work here let me know exactly when she's going to come in. I'll make sure I'm here, Roy.
Beautiful. All right, Davey. Thank you.
Roy got my mouth.
Come get it out. Come get it out.
He's begging for Roy, too. Click.
Click. Okay, yeah, run up.
Okay, let's get to it. And I get in my car. Hope you guys all get in the back of my truck. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It's my pickup truck.
Sure.
Where are you guys going? What are you doing?
I check Ray's truck for grain.
Wasn't that
Going
Can
to the
we-
locker, please.
I want you to
what do
just
you
say it in plain terms, just so I can write it down. But in this car ride, I would have asked you guys all about your excursion because we don't even know where the fuck you went.
That is true.
So
That's right.
I just want to write down some notes.
And we didn't know that they went to the storage unit.
No, all they've told us so far is we're going to a storage unit. Do you want to come?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
yeah.
right.
But I'm actively pressing you because we were talking about it. So where were you guys at?
We also have 2 unanalyzed files. One being this write-up on the Lily David thing, and the other one being the original Ronald Jordan Quinnan arrest report.
Yep. We could say that we went through the one about
on the
his-
drive back.
Oh, about his I was just gonna say
Oh.
about his all the stuff that came in the original with the prints because he handed us 2 files, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
One which was like the arrest record, and the other one which was like the incarceration record. On the arrest record, looks like the person who was mounting this case was Officer Albert Duke.
It's a badass name.
Duke of Al.
And so Roy was driving. Caleb, you were probably reading this. Caleb, I want you to roll bureaucracy or law for me.
I'm gonna roll bureaucracy. 69 on a 40.
It's a confusing case. There's a lot of, like, imagine you walk into a building and there's one door, and you open that door and then there's 2 doors, and then you open that first door and there's 8 doors, and you go back to that first where there's 2 doors, and you open that one and there's another 8 doors, and there's a lot of branching paths in this case. People, interviews. It's a big case, but it only ended in the arrest of one person. A lot of these are criminal informants. It's an extensive case. you have the feeling that based off of all this information, you can't really make sense of where it was going, what it was, what its purpose was, but you have a feeling that if you were to get in contact with this Al Duke, you'd be able to get a little more context on it. It's a confusing structure for a criminal case file, and that's striking to you. Because typically you bust some guy for selling weed, it's, 1-page report. This is a pretty hefty case.
Okay, and is there, in here you said there was interviews, does it just mark down, we interviewed this person, or is there actual transcripts of the interviews?
No, it's just, officer blank interviewed criminal informant, blank, and found this, but it's...
It does say that there was criminal informants?
Yes.
Okay.
It's confusing to you.
I'm sorry, just because he failed the role. Is this because he failed the role, or is this, even failing, he knows that
I think what I'm gauging from this is that there's no reason. Yeah, like you said, it should be a 1-page report.
Yes.
Okay. I think that's a big takeaway.
Yes. It should have been a 1-page report.
Yep.
Okay, so where exactly did you go? Which Minneapolis, right?
we went into Minneapolis. It was the Hennepin County Corrections.
Hennepin
County Corrections. And we met with Joe Campo.
And you got the
what a
file
weird name.
on Ronald Jordan Quinnen.
Yes. Yeah,
Have you guys been taking his name as RJ in your notes?
Oh, yeah. Just to save.
For the listening audience at home, my full name is Joseph Campo, in case that joke went over your head.
It's because he's got this weird fucking creepy Bobby Tillman side to him. That's Jesus literally
Christ.
why.
They're just mad because I wear fucking silk robes and take care of my fingernails. That's what it is.
Yeah, and you watch fucking weird, creepy things.
What?
What?
You have to be way more specific, man.
You're
That
fucking
rhymes with mild pornography.
You're weird anime stuff.
Yeah, he's mad because I watch fucking Moe and cute girls doing cute things. That's how I get around. I
You
watch
watch,
Love Live. I don't fucking. That's what it is.
Yeah, tuba girls and things like that.
Yeah, hey, Ibiki Euphonium. It's a good show. What do you want from me?
God, I can't tell where the bit
Don't
ends.
look
Bobby
like that.
Tillman
There is no
vibe.
bit. There is no bit.
Bobby Tillman vibes.
Fuck.
He's mad because I watch anime.
No. It has nothing to do with anime. Everybody in the fucking world watches anime. It's the type of anime you watch. That's what's sus.
All right, so
That's
I
what's sus.
like to sit back.
You like to wear
Pop on the-
girly fucking
Silk robes?
No, I imagine you in a really
Yeah, you're the fucking weirdo.
Rent fucking free in there.
You're wearing a really skimpy
Is that what you imagine?
yeah.
What?
Can I see your fingernails?
He likes. It's because he cleans them so often. Because they're so often.
I don't have a problem.
In
I wish
his
my
butt.
fingernails were nice.
Time does pass, and you guys catch each other up on your different ends of the cases. Do you mention about Longo kind of chewing you out a little bit, or do you keep that
Nope.
to yourself?
Jerry, don't even talk about it.
Did you mention to us that you've been to the storage unit and tried this?
Did you? You didn't ask anything.
No, I don't think we would
Well,
have.
we kind of just made we just said, yeah, we all fill each other in. No, I would have said, did you guys talk to the lieutenant about it?
Yeah, we may have swung by here before. It didn't go as hot, but now it's gonna go pretty badass if you ask me. Isn't that right, Jerry?
That's right.
Yeah. And I kind of hit the gas a little faster.
Mm-hmm. Anything else that you guys say on this this drive? Again, like I said, we kind of set the precedent that you guys are catching everybody up on every case pertinent detail.
Yeah.
Is that a case, or is that the case, or are you withholding anything from each other?
No, there's
no
nothing.
reason to.
Okay.
As you stated, it may have been better to go in the next time with a plan. Do we want to talk about how we're gonna do this?
Yeah, we're gonna show him the badge this time. I didn't think that was a good fucking idea.
Yeah,
before.
this kid is. I played it cool last time, and he seems a little small. I think we can just kind of flash the badge and show them the firepower and get right in there. Do what we need to do.
All right, let's do it.
I'll take the lead.
Okay. You guys arrive to Quick Store. Same car there. Look in the window. Same guy behind the counter. In Ray's pickup truck. You guys all get out.
Yeah.
Okay. Taking the lead.
Walk right up.
Mhm.
Open the door.
Door opens. Still looking at a magazine.
Cars in the parking lot.
One car.
Can I ask them if they saw this car last time they were there?
On the way in.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's this guy's
Same car.
Yeah.
car.
Okay.
Same magazine. Closes it. Looks up. Kind of sees you, and then like recognition, and then
What's up, buddy? I lift up my
and he looks at Jerry.
shirt a little bit.
And
I
he
flash.
sees the badge.
No, I flash the holster.
Oh.
And then, and he gets a little scared. And then from my other hip, other side, I put my badge on the counter.
Kind of clatters with a clink, 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 and he kind of like looks down at it,
We're gonna go look at 174.
and he looks at Jerry. Looks back at Ray.
He's got a badge too. They all got one. Come on, let's
we
go.
just need you to open it.
All right. Roll. Everybody. No. Ray. Just Ray. Law or persuade. Whatever you roll, subtract 20 from it. So whatever your roll is, you subtract 20.
Law or persuade?
Your call.
Okay, just whatever angle. Nah, it's 98 minus 78.
78 on a
44.
44.
Can I help him?
Yeah, what about me?
What do you do? What do you do? Split second. How do you?
I wanna walk up and I wanna put my badge on there, and then I wanna say, "We're gonna go open that now."
Do you say anything?
But we just need you to open it.
You were in here earlier. What is happening?
Would you guys please stop scaring this kid? We're working on a case. We just need to look at a storage locker. Nobody wants to bother you. All we want to do is get your help and get out of your hair. All we need you to do, use this key. Open the locker for us. Please, buddy.
What? Now you roll persuade. He looks scared shitless, by the way. In case that's not up on him.
There's no fucking shot. I haven't been able to roll. My persuade's a fucking 80. I rolled a 93.
Unreal.
I've been waiting to roll persuade this whole time.
His wasn't minus 20?
No.
Fuck.
I rolled a fucking 93 on an 80.
All right.
I just want. Can I say,
Jesus.
like he said, remember the key? I'm like going like fucking winging around. We found this somewhere that it may have probably shouldn't have been.
Why didn't you say that the first time you came in?
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
What's your name there, buddy?
Chris?
Chris? All right. And I pull my badge out. I don't throw it on the table like a barbarian.
We're all detectives.
I-
We're all detectives. We
I'm-
just need to
I'm
see
Sergeant,
that.
I'm Sergeant McNeil. It's all right. They're there. No, I'm just like... But we do have reason, for whatever reason, these two gentlemen tried to come in with one approach. Now we're just... Everything is on the table here. We all have our badges.
You guys are cops?
Yes.
We're from the Violent Crimes Unit.
What's
We're
the name of
detectives.
the owner of this again? Can you tell me, please?
I don't... it's a company. I don't...
No.
Jerry. You're
The storage unit.
We're freaking him out. Okay, let's just let the sergeant do the talking. Come on.
I just want the name of the storage unit.
That's right. If we just
What
need
is
two...
happening?
Christopher.
Why is he scared though?
Listen to Sergeant McNeil. No.
He did just show him his gun.
I mean, yeah, you did. I just want to know the name.
How old are you there, buddy?
16?
Okay, I got you. What, you go to school around here or something? Whatever.
Sure.
Okay. My daughter, my niece, she goes to school around here too. I know she doesn't. She goes to school around here too. Her name's April. Do you know her?
No?
April? No, McNeil? Okay. Look, anyway. All we need is two things from you. It's, take your time. There's obviously no rush. I'm not sure how... I look around. I'm not sure how busy you are tonight. We just need... That's right, we have what was that number, Jerry? 174?
Mm-hmm.
We just need the name of the owner of that unit, and if you can take us there just to open it. And then we'll do the rest. We can look at it as officers, but legally we just need you, Chris, to open it for us.
Okay. All right. My manager, he'd want your names.
Sure.
Just if something happens or anything like that.
100%. That's right.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay. And he kind of grabs like a pen and a paper. Okay. All right. What's your name?
Sergeant Roy McNeil.
Okay. All right. And is there a phone number or something that...
I can give you my badge number, if that helps. I look at my badge. Does he want my badge number?
No, he wants a phone number.
Okay.
Because when my manager comes in the morning and one of the storage lockers is open and the police are here and the police tape is up and he's going to want to know what happened. That's all. I don't want to get fired.
Of course. Yeah.
So if he has questions when he comes in, I just want to know who he should call.
Yeah.
Are you in like the police department here?
That's right. This is Linwood Falls. Is this Linwood Falls? Mm-hmm. That's right. Yeah. We're not even 10 minutes from here. So this is Linwood Falls, Violent Crimes Unit. You feel free to write this down, Chris, if you'd like.
He's writing.
I give him the number.
Okay.
And like I said, I'm Sergeant Roy McNeil.
Okay.
And these here gentlemen, feel free to give him your name if you'd like. Actually, give him your name.
He looks towards Jerry first.
Jerry Flores.
Then towards Ray.
Ray Hoyt.
Eventually to Caleb.
Caleb O'Connor.
Writes it down. Okay. All right. I'm sorry. I thought that you guys were gonna rob me or something, or I mean, I know you guys came in here earlier and it was just weird and the whole thing was weird and it's still weird.
That's totally fine. Look, it's 3 a.m. in the middle of the night on a Sunday. Is it a Sunday?
Technically, yes.
Okay, that's right. Yeah, trust me. There's one car in the parking lot. I assume it's yours. We all get it here. Trust me, you're safe. We're safe. And all we got to do is look in that storage unit and get that name of the owner. So.
All right. Okay. The name of the owner. And he kind of pulls out a big pad, brings it up, and he's kind of like running his finger down the whole thing. 174. Rented in April 1970. Paid with cash for a year in advance. Name is Ringo Harrison.
Thank you.
Thanks, buddy. You see Ringo come in every now and then, or not so much? Or?
I don't think he's ever come in when I was here. We just ask people to sign in and, if they're going to look over the locker or whatever.
Sure. Could we take a look at that sign-in list before we go over there?
Sure, yeah. And he grabs that and hands it off to you.
All right, I dig and look for Ringo or even RJ.
Would the numbers be on here, like which locker you were going to visit?
Yes.
So yeah, 174.
Cool. Yeah.
174. The last time that it was accessed, 3 days ago. The time was 10:30 in the morning.
Is there a name?
Ringo Harrison.
Oh, it was Ringo.
Yes.
Okay.
What time was it?
10:30 in the morning.
Hey, son, would you happen to know, have a schedule lying around where you would know who was on behind this desk?
I'm sure my manager could get it to you tomorrow. I don't have access to the schedules.
I would appreciate it. Thank you.
Also, in case it's not clear, you all being human beings in the year 1971, Ringo Harrison's probably a fake name.
Yeah.
Continue.
All right, Chris. Well, if you can show us that storage unit, unless we got other questions. detectives?
I need to open it.
We need you to open it. That's right. And if you could put on a pair of gloves before you open that, I'd appreciate that.
Oh shit.
Sure.
All right.
Can I go to the car and get like if we have a would you have a fingerprint kit in your car?
I imagine if you guys were coming here, you would have brought the
I still have
necessary
the camera
things.
checked out.
Can I grab that fingerprint kit? Well,
Yeah, I mean, it's just a general crime scene kit, so it would have like fingerprint dusting tools as well as like gloves, evidence bags, etc.
Knowing law, I'm not touching it. The handle for this. Would I be able to fingerprint the handle before he touches it?
It's a gray area.
I'm gonna do it.
Sure.
Jerry has a feeling that this storage unit is going to be empty.
When did we get the report about Bobby Tillman? Was that 3 days ago?
No, it was yesterday, right?
Yesterday.
Okay, good.
But okay, so and we are also assuming that an RJ that he's been gone for more than 2 days, at least 2 days. No, 2.
That's right. It was 2 days.
2 days ago that she saw the empty car.
And 3 days since he's been here. So, I mean, we can just already... He went here, right? I don't know. I still can't really make an assumption on what happened.
I don't want to make any assumptions on
Yeah,
the locker
yeah.
until we know what's in the locker.
That's right.
Or what's not in the locker.
Yeah.
All right. So he goes through the preliminary. He takes a couple more notes that you're assuming he's leaving for his manager in the morning. And he takes the key, if you give it to him willingly. Grabs it. Says, okay, all right. I'm sorry. I got nervous. I got freaked out. I don't really do well in the presence of police officers, and you guys coming in earlier kind of messed me up. I'm sorry. I want to be helpful. I want to help you.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
Should have approached differently.
Did we got a full name on this kid?
No.
Chris?
I did not get his last name.
None of those guys you're looking for a name Chris, right?
No.
Okay.
Is this... Okay, he's 16. That's like... Is that above the age of those Bobby Tillman's pictures? Certainly above the age? Or is that not hard to tell?
You would need the continuation of the report that you're going to get the next day, but
Okay.
yeah, you would assume so.
Okay.
Because the report that you got described them as children. Would you describe a 16-year-old as a child?
No.
I mean, maybe not, but probably not.
Yeah.
And he opens the door out into that back lot. And you can see now that you're kind of outdoors again. It's a rows and rows of storage containers. Large fence that kind of extends out on the edges, kind of making this square perimeter around the whole outside here. He walks up to 174, which is on the right side, all the way down. Turns around to you guys, and it's cold out. Kind of feel your ears kind of getting red. He looks over. This one?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You dust it?
Yes.
Okay. What's your forensics?
41. 41.
All right. It's easy enough that you feel like
52, I'm sorry.
you dust it up. You know what? Let me have you roll forensics.
Okay. Unless I know that anybody else here, I would know that somebody else here would be better at forensics than a 52.
I'm not better at
I have a
it.
0.
Okay.
52 or a 42?
52.
Okay, go ahead and roll.
$47 on 52. I thought that was a 9.
Yeah, so you take the time, you dust it, you get your little tape out, and you get it, and yeah, you do get what looks like a thumbprint.
Nice.
There's a couple other partial prints on there, but you don't think that they would actually be useful in analysis.
And this, it's like just one of those metal bars that you would pull. You pull it straight up like a garage
Yeah, so there's a
door.
padlock there. The padlock needs to be unlocked, and then the gate is like raised up.
Yeah,
like
okay.
a garage door.
Yep.
And so everyone is clear about the warrant quandary here. That if you don't see a piece of evidence that's immediately pertinent to the case. It's probably not going to be held up in court if you do go in here. But he puts the key in, unlocks it, puts the lock down, puts his hand on the handle.
I've got my hand at the holster.
Okay.
It's there. Also,
There's a bear in there.
yeah, just in case.
It's fair.
Ringo Harrison might still be in this bitch.
Psych.
Raises it up. Gung, 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 click. It's completely open. It reveals an uncomforting sight. It's fairly spacious. A few stacked cardboard boxes, plastic storage bins. The floors of this concrete enclosure stained deep brownish red. You see a shoddy table and a chair that are kind of pushed off into the corner, scattering of papers on that desk. The walls in this room are concrete, like they're like a deep gray. Sporadically, however, on the walls seem to be scribblings, words or phrases. It's tough to make out at this distance, but most notably, however, the thing that catches your eye the most is in the center of this scene, this large, ornate wooden box. It's this deep, rich, reddish wood stain, gold embellishment, fleur-de-lis, all sorts of different heraldry symbols. It looks like it's about 5 feet wide. And on the floor, extending outwards from this box here, seemingly random piles of scattered grain. As the door opens, you are hit with this strong smell of gunpowder and other pungent chemicals. Chris looks to the four of you.
I am looking at Chris. Like, we all look. We all look, and then I look at Chris. What's he look like?
He's scared.
Is he scared?
Can I just be like, thank you, Chris. You can go back.
Turns around, tap, 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 runs back.
Holy shit. Boys. We can go in here, right?
Roy? We cannot go in here yet until we get that fingerprint checked.
There's presumably blood on the floor of this unit, even if it's not related to our crime. Still
Can I
something we
confirm
can
that it's blood
investigate,
by
correct?
rolling something?
Yeah, that's probably right.
Okay, you said.
Can we walk in here? We would be able to, right?
All right. You two roll law. Jerry, you roll forensics.
Can you? This crate, this thing in the middle.
Yeah.
Hey, yo.
It's 5 foot wide. How deep is it?
You can't tell. Not from this distance.
Okay, is it thin or is it the whole way back? Like is it
23 on 30.
more air? You know what I mean? Like, is it?
You would put it between 1 to 5 feet deep.
Okay.
You fuck.
What do we got on law?
23 on a 30.
Wait, the grain is 1.5?
No, the box. He was asking for the box.
I have a
shit, I
41
was like,
on a
yo.
20.
41
So
on a
I'm
20. Not able to tell immediately if it is blood, but you have seen dried blood, and this looks like that.
35 on a 50.
35 on a 50.
23 on a 30.
23 on a 30. Probable cause. Cops see blood.
That's right.
That'll pass.
Okay.
Go ahead, Ray.
Wide, deep. How tall is it?
Only about a foot off the ground.
And it's like ornate.
You got to get a little closer to really get a good look at it.
It's what, a crate?
Like
It's
wooden,
a box.
Like it looks
it's an ornate
box.
wooden box.
Looks wooden. Okay.
And there's other cardboard boxes?
Yeah, cardboard boxes and
Are
plastic
we
totes.
allowed to step foot in here?
And writings on the. Oh,
Yeah, what are the
Okay.
writings say?
You can't see from this distance. It's too dark.
it's too dark.
You have a flashlight?
Does he have,
Flashlight?
We
you
all
have a
work.
flashlight?
Yeah, I mean, it's even if you shine the light on there.
I try and use. This
Squint.
is an interesting move. I have my camera on me. I zoom as far as I fucking can with the flashlight shined on it.
All right.
How can I do it?
All right.
It's probably really shoddy.
Take a program
Considering-
point for that. That's pretty good. That's smart. I
considering it's
didn't think about that.
1971.
You guys ready to get into this? You guys ready to flip this case? You make out a couple of the scribblings on the wall. They're mostly random scribbles, lines, just somebody going to fucking town with a black magic marker. But there are a few that are legible. We feed it until I is we. Each throb of the black heart is ours. Until we can make it walk. Until it can walk. Another one says, would you sever your own hand? With a question mark. And the only other one that you're able to make out says, the heart has grown limbs. This writing is erratic, almost frantic. Ray, do you relay this information to everybody else?
Oh yeah, the way I suspect, even if I can read that, being how I'm doing it in 1971 camera tech.
Yep.
I imagine I'm like looking at it and going, we feed it until it's like
because
everything.
it's you looking through the lens and also shining a flashlight, or maybe Jerry's shining a flashlight to kind of illuminate it.
Yeah, but I relay it all. I have to, right, to get it. So
I think we need to talk about this now. Are we setting up a scene? Are we drawing attention to this?
We gotta set up a scene.
Is this person going to come back? Do we want whoever's locker this is to find out that we're here? Or do we want to make this secretive?
Let's look at the logbook, see how often they come.
We can check again. Last time was 3 days ago.
If they come consistently, that might be a concern, but maybe this was right before the killing of Bobby Tillman. Maybe this was an unplanned visit, we have to see what the records are.
Yeah, I agree.
Do we have to open that box?
Can I look? I want to shine the flashlight around the base of the box. I'm trying to see. Ray presumes this box is large. Like this dried out blood. Like, does it look like this blood is anywhere but the floor? Like where?
No, it doesn't look like it goes up the edges of the box. More you look at this box. Again, it's tough to tell from this distance, but it's beautiful. It's artful.
Can I tell,
well crafted?
Perhaps where, is it like a lid on the top of it? Like, you know what I mean?
If you take the time to really kind of take a look at this thing, there's 2 handles that are kind of facing you, attached to the sides of the box. You also see that there is chains that are wrapped around it, connected into a padlock that kind of leans itself off the side.
And I relay all this information to them.
There's a padlock. What kind of key are we talking fits into this padlock?
Key similar to the one that was used for the storage locker. Padlock key.
We haven't walked in, right? You've just zoomed in
No.
with your camera, right?
At this point, no one has crossed
flashlights,
the threshold.
Did Chris walk away?
Yes.
We got to make a decision here. Whether we... I need to talk out of character. We got to
Go
make
ahead. Go ahead.
We have to-
Open the table
It
up.
just got so Delta Green, right? Let's fucking go.
Yeah, it did.
We have to make a decision whether we take this... We're normal human beings. This doesn't... You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that if it were us, like real life shit, we would just open up the fucking box. We'd be like, this guy's a psycho, let's open up the
Well,
box.
honestly, the other thought is there's blood on here. What if there's somebody... Probably not. What if there's somebody alive in there?
There could be. This guy's a
But
psycho.
probably
Then
not.
we could save him.
That's what I'm saying. That would be
But
my
it's
first
dried. It's definitely not.
You don't-
Definitely not the case.
Or
Maybe it
the
wasn't
crazy
on.
Delta Green talk is this thing that he's writing on the walls is in the box. The black heart creature. Bobby Tillman's lungs are straight black. He didn't smoke.
thought.
What's up, motherfucker? Welcome to my table, bitch.
Oh my god. So like,
But the fucking cigarette butts, he did smoke.
He smoked, I swear.
That's right. But
I'm with
slate
going
black
in.
lungs?
I'm down to
Are
go.
we going in?
We have
let's
to go
do
in.
it.
Ray gets his flashlight and pans around the perimeter, like of the door of the garage door.
Yeah.
For any potential, like, I don't want to say tripwires, but
Traps, mechanisms.
not
anything
even
of the
traps,
sort?
just like someone was in here.
Oh, like
kind of like
like when you put like tape on like a door handle, something like that.
Yes,
Yeah.
like for Ringo to know it's someone.
Go ahead and roll search. Are you guys entering the storage?
Does anyone
container?
want to help?
I'll help.
Help me out.
I'll
Is
help.
this
What is it?
is this? Are we crossing the threshold?
Yeah,
Definitely.
We're walking in.
If I still
What am I
have that
rolling for?
Kit,
Yeah, you still have it. Yeah.
Search.
just be
Search.
sure. Can I do the padlock?
Oh, let's go.
On the box?
Yeah.
Yeah. Once we'll get to all that.
Okay.
I got a 56 on a 60.
A 9 on a 40.
Yeah, you feel confident that there's no like alarm mechanism or anything like that.
Okay. And then just, I guess anyone would know too, like, we're walking on dried blood. Is that the type of thing that, even as cops, like, we put like booties on, like kind of deal? You know what I like?
I mean, yeah, you can put booties on. It would definitely help, and it would be in your kit.
Is there?
In order to, I mean, these are general procedures to not contaminate a crime scene. If you are designating this as a crime scene, yeah, you would understand the procedures to follow, and one of them would be booties.
Would we think that there's any information we can gather from this dry blood? Any type of? I know DNA is not big.
All right. Real quick, let me just run you guys down what's in this box, in this storage container.
Yeah.
So, like I said, cardboard boxes, plastic storage bins, like totes, floors with this stain spattering reddish brown, shoddy table and chair that are in a corner with papers on top, the walls with the phrases drawn in black, the wooden box in the center, ornate, rich, gold
Can you
embellishments.
see
et cetera,
anything
et
in these
cetera.
plastic totes? Are they not clear?
No, they're like gray. They're like a deep gray.
Yeah.
Would you be able to tell anything from this dried blood? If you were able to get a sample of the dried blood, the best that you can do is maybe get a blood type. And typing is pretty much all you can do. That's a far shot with blood this old, but it's still a shot.
Okay.
Something was going on in this locker. Something not like I'm bringing my extra things from the attic here and leaving.
Maybe this was
It's just
the extra
Christmas.
stuff
It's just
from
Christmas
Yeah,
decorations.
there's no
These are
one
my
in the
Halloween
house.
decorations. This is my
that's what's
gallon
in the
of fake
fucking box.
blood. This is the coffin that I put in on the
Yeah, that's what it is. Halloween
Here's all this
spilled.
scattered grains so I can feed the chickens later.
Or dry up blood. Is that what we think the grain's for? You know, like when you'd throw up and the janitor would throw sawdust on it?
No, I never threw up in school. I don't
You didn't throw up in
I
school?
never threw up in school. Never had the janitor throw.
Oh, that's like
sawdust.
a
I
wild.
don't think I ever had to.
I never did, but I saw it happen.
And they threw
Well, I think I
sawdust
threw up, but I threw up in the toilet. Don't worry. I didn't throw up in the
Okay.
hallway.
So, Caleb, you are trying to... Caleb, you're trying to get fingerprints off of this padlock as well as take a look at the blood. What's everyone else doing?
Are we going in?
Oh, they're already
Can I
in.
check the cardboard? No, yeah, the cardboard boxes.
You check the cardboard boxes. What are you guys doing?
I want to, well, for starters, we're all making it, we're trying to be as subtle, not subtle, but like, we want to be able to,
Yeah, we're
Close
not
it,
having
make
to
it
trace
look
our
like it's
tracks.
untouched.
We're not ripping it
Untouched.
around. No.
So you have the kit?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I would say, like, do you have any footwear or any PPE? with you?
Yeah, I'm assuming I gave that to them
Alright.
also.
Yeah. You guys throw the booties on, put your gloves on, etc., etc.
Yeah, we didn't think about gloves. Gloves are
oh
quite
yeah,
important.
need gloves.
Ray, are you doing anything else specific?
I mean, I got my camera. I'm bringing my camera in there with me.
Mm.
I'm going to make it a point when I go in there, too. I don't want to touch anything. I just want to walk through and take pictures of everything.
Okay. So, Caleb, you begin dusting for prints on this lock, on this box. The longer that you stay around this box, you notice a couple things. There's 4 handles, 2 on either side of the longer edges, chains that wrap around it, like I said. The dimensions of the box seems to be 5 feet long, 3 feet wide, and about 2 feet deep. At the foot of the box is a plaque in... roll history for me. It's in a different language.
56 on a 30.
You're not able to immediately tell what the language is.
Anybody here know what this is?
I have a 10. I'm willing to look at it and try, but
Yeah, I'll try. What, can I try?
Is that a thing? Like, I can't read this. I bring their attention to it, or is that not like a mechanic?
Yeah, I mean, I'll allow it. That being said, I'm not going to let anyone who has a 10 or lower roll on it. Does anyone have over a 10?
On what?
History?
No.
No?
No.
Yeah, you guys aren't sure.
You just get a picture of it.
Take a picture.
Rolled an 89 anyways. Yeah, I'd take a picture.
That being said, the longer that you spend looking at this, the more clear what it is. And what tips you off is this seam that runs across the middle, along with the handles. It is clear that this is a casket.
Oh.
And a small casket. Jerry, you're looking over the cardboard boxes. They are closed. Do you open them?
Kind of like.
Yeah, you kind of like maybe like a pen or something to kind of pick it up so you don't like put your hands all over it.
I got gloves on.
Oh, pop the gloves on and go to town? These cardboard boxes have dresses. Elaborate dresses. White, red, black, all small and child-sized. They're pristine, untouched, not cut or marked or stained.
That's in all these boxes?
There's about 3 cardboard boxes in total. Do you look in the plastic storage bins?
Yeah.
Take a look in the plastic storage bins. Tools. You see hammers, bolt cutters, rope, empty sacks, pliers, nails, screws, hacksaws, as well as corded power tools, a drill, 2 circular saws, and a sawzall. You would have to be blind in order to not tell that the blades of these power tools are stained reddish brown.
That's good.
There's another plastic bin there that has chemicals in it. Bleach, paint thinner, gasoline, and 3 large, thin, scratched aluminum tanks that are sloppily marked N2O.
Does this appear to me to be some type of chemicals to dissolve a body in?
Do you have craft chemistry or science
not.
chemistry?
No.
So there was NO2?
N2O.
N2O.
Chemistry? Where do you see chemistry at?
It would have to be a custom
Under the
skill.
craft.
No.
It would be science chemistry. They look like household chemicals. Like I said, bleach, paint thinner, gasoline.
I guess if we're looking at if everyone's taking something to look at the documents on the table.
Yeah, so you take a look at those. Pretty interesting stuff.
And I guess the chair and the table itself as well.
So, the table and the chair seem pretty mundane, but on top of the table there's a stack of blank paper. Next to it is a tray. Like, imagine, you know, when people paint a house and they have like that paint tray for the roller, full of ashes. And in between these two things is this simple standing table lighter. Like, you know what a table lighter, like one of those big older ones? Yep. And beneath that is a piece of paper that appears marked. Of note, there's no visible writing instruments on this table. So, stack of paper, tray full of ashes, table lighter, and a piece of paper that appears to have some writing on it.
And that's on. Sorry, the one with writing on it is on the table. Or on the.
Yeah, right on the table.
Can I see what's written on it?
Yeah.
Oh, and can I? Sorry too. The ash. Does it look like cigarette ash?
No.
Or it looks like.
It looks like
clumps of something burned.
Yes.
Okay.
It's a letter.
Do you want me to read it?
I'll give you your best shot to read it, and I can help you along the way.
Oh, I mean, like, okay. All right, yeah. So we all would have. I would be reading it to myself, but then.
Yes.
You
You
share
can-
it at some point.
Yes.
Okay. And this is handwritten,
Handwritten.
not print.
No, it's not print. It's handwritten, and also I noted there's no writing instruments around. Black ink.
He strays from the flock. I need to leave to get safer. He lacks clarity, decisiveness. They don't know it yet, but the little ones will take care of it. Base tendencies deep in the subconscious, it will show them. Dreams are funny things, wouldn't you agree? Everything has its place. Every piece has its place. Orderly and where they belong. It's kind of like deja vu. Or like that pull you feel when you're half asleep, when you swear you hear someone call out to you. Do you think the boy heard your call? To find his perfect spot in your world. A big, strong, older brother protecting his little sister. It's so funny to me. I don't know. It doesn't matter. We're almost done here. Then we can move on growing the flock. I have to leave our friend here. She served her purpose. I think, barring an unforeseen situation. You know, I see you sometimes. When I look forward, I see you behind me. I hear you when it's too loud. It's tough to explain, almost like you occupy the unobserved, filling cracks, sleeping in the unwitnessed. Am I right? Is that what you're like? Hopefully I'll know soon enough. Signed, RJ.
You take a picture of this?
Yeah, I try my light and try and get as close as I can.
And it's a well-lit picture.
Yeah, and I take a good picture of the ash, too.
Yeah.
As good as I can, because I know it's going to be weird to figure that one out.
Gotcha. No other notes or anything like that on this table, except for that stack of blank paper.
Yeah. I guess, too, as well, while I'm right here, I want to get better pictures of all the things on the wall.
Okay, yeah.
I mean, we knew it, but now
yeah,
we
each
can,
individual.
Yeah.
Can Jerry call out? Ray. Come see this.
I go over.
Open up the tools. Need pictures of that.
Take pictures of all of it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And those boxes, small dresses, doesn't even look like they were worn.
Take pictures of that. Take pictures of it all. Of the coffin.
You guys want to open up this center box, or?
Are we trying to leave no trace?
Everything looks fairly clean right now, right?
If we cut a lock.
Oh, yeah, I guess there's a lock on it. I forgot.
Real quick, go ahead and roll forensics for me, trying to lift a print from that.
14? Yeah, it's done. 14 on a 52.
You do. You get, it looks like an index fingerprint off of the lock.
What would we have to roll for lock picking?
That would be a specialty trained skill.
Okay.
You would have to have previous knowledge of it. If you really want to give it a shot, I'd have you make a dex roll and add 40 to whatever you roll. So whatever your times 5 dex score is, and add 40 to it.
If I fail,
It might break the lock.
yeah, I'm not gonna risk it.
Are we trying to break the lock anyway?
I think we have a lot of good evidence right here. And this will definitely be able to probably get us a warrant. We can check the house that we found the car at.
We still have almost no connection that this RJ on this letter is Ronald.
That's why you have
The
fingerprints,
prints,
don't you?
Well, after reading that letter, it seems like our buddies RJ and Bobby have some paralleling tendencies in that they quite deeply ensconce themselves in their personal relationships.
That's right, and this RJ might be done with this place anyway, based off this letter. We're almost
left.
That's right. We're almost done here. Then we can move on, growing the flock. I have to leave our friend here. She served her purpose.
Growing the flock.
We do have both.
Wait, do you read that out to? Because I'm assuming Jared still doesn't know what that says, right?
I imagine that he read it.
Yeah,
out loud.
Did you
like
read it out
yeah.
loud? I wasn't sure if you said that.
I took the picture, and then when we're done in the locker, like just taking pictures, gathering for evidence, I come out and I can kind of see what recite whatever.
So that and his car being, abandoned for several days, those are 2 reasons to, again, assume that he is done with this place.
It doesn't smell like death in here.
You're quite accustomed to the smell of death, and no.
You said it smelled like sulfur.
It smells like gunpowder. It still does, and you have yet
anything.
to...
Give me.
Where are these
nothing at all.
oats? How are these oats? Grain. Sorry.
Barley. They're seemingly scattered randomly along the ground, but almost not like someone grabbed handfuls and like threw them, but like placed piles around. Small piles, probably only like 4 inches in diameter.
Can I kind of
randomly around?
almost like lift up the side of the pile?
Yeah, the grain falls on itself.
There's nothing on it.
Nope, doesn't seem to be.
It's just a pile of grain. Try to put it back where it was. Best I can.
Can I feel it out or smell it to determine how long if it's old or not?
That's a tough check.
He knows his grain.
There's nowhere on the walls that look like splatter from a gunshot wound.
Give me 1 second to finish this real quick. Sorry about that.
Survival? Question mark.
Grain doesn't have that expiration thing. Like, it doesn't go bad. It doesn't smell bad. I mean, you're able to tell that it hasn't been here for like years or something like that.
Okay.
But
that's fair. Maybe if cereal, you can tell if it's some old cereal.
Cereal, yes. Grain is different. They keep them in silos for months at a time. Go ahead and roll survival.
Okay, let's go. Yes.
And you're looking for, trying to analyze the blood that's on the floor?
Yeah, is there anything, splattered in a way where it looks like maybe...
Roll forensics.
38 on a 70.
Like I said, it doesn't look like it's been here for a long period of time. It doesn't look like it's fresh right off the stalk or anything like that, but it's hard to tell.
39 on 20.
Yeah, I mean, the blood splatters here, they don't match up with gunshot splatters that you've seen before.
Was I able to get that? Did I ask you if I was able to get that blood on the floor? Was I able to get
You take a little sample? Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's easy enough to do that.
Would I know if there's other detectives or just officers or anyone that would be proficient in a lock-picking kit at the station?
Roll luck.
95 on a 47.
Would you like to re-roll for a permanent loss of 1d6?
Home Depot's not going to do this for me, right? I can't go to my Home Depot and get a little fitted key, right?
No.
You bring the
I
whole
don't
coffin.
think the lock is that big of a deal right now. Unless we're trying to open it right now.
I mean, we don't have to open it right now.
I kind of
want to open it right now.
I kind of really want to open it right now.
I don't see a way to.
With the bolt cutters.
True. I mean, if you guys want to do it, chase down.
Do we think he's done with it? That letter makes it seem
It sounds like he's
done
gone.
with it.
I think he's gone.
Yeah.
But do we
Going
take that
somewhere.
risk just for our own curiosity?
There's something in this box.
Gives us
100%,
more
100%,
evidence. I think there's a
100%.
dead person.
I think there's a
Most
dead
likely
person in
a
this
little
box.
girl.
Yeah.
more than
yeah.
likely.
Yeah.
Do we want to, as police officers, are we...
It's probably not a full dead girl. There's probably a hand and
Jesus,
foot.
making it worse.
It's true.
He's probably right.
Yeah.
Joe's a
I
dark
saw
motherfucker.
I saw tools with blood
So-
on them, man.
So this luck roll is not me just knowing off the top of it. This luck roll is similar to the radios.
Yeah.
Okay, it's not worth it.
No,
It's
don't
not
do it.
worth it. Yeah. I will not re-roll.
We putting this up to a vote for cutting this thing?
Jerry kind of walks up towards it. I'm like looking down on it. You guys want to cut this bitch open?
With a padlock, am I able to kind of like get any like? Is there like an inch of separation where you can kind of open it?
No, it seems like it's pretty tight.
Okay.
Almost purposefully so.
Okay, on a normal coffin that I'm thinking of, there's not like a spot to put a lock, right?
No, it looks like there's chains that are wrapped
Okay.
around it to keep it closed.
Oh, okay.
Wrapped around it multiple times, and it's almost like it's underneath the casket itself, so the casket is raised off the ground by like a quarter of an inch or whatever to because the chain links are underneath it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, got it.
One more question. How likely is it if we cut this where we can go to like a metal fabricator and get some chain links?
Depends how the cut is. You have a feeling, I mean, you only need to break one chain. You don't have to break the padlock. Just gotta pop one chain.
Okay. What are you boys thinking?
Pop a chain link underneath the casket, so if you gotta put it back, it's underneath the casket. Open this motherfucker up. Come on. We already went in. Let's finish the
I
job.
grab a thing of wire cutters.
The bolt cutters?
Yeah, bolt cutters.
Crawl underneath there.
I get down underneath. I look back up.
Unless anybody's proficient
sure you guys
in
wanna
bolt
do
cutters.
Hold
to do
on
this
one sec,
well.
and I take like flash 15 pictures of everything before he
Yeah,
opens
can-
it.
You
I'm
make sure
gonna,
that you
I'm gonna say you have pictures of everything, down to each tool, down to each dress in the cardboard boxes, everything.
Yeah.
Now, I'll say it preemptively. When we go to open it too, I'm not even looking. I'm looking through my camera. Like as soon as he opens, I'm taking a picture as well. So
Can
we'll have
I-
that evidence?
Before we do this, we're probably making a little bit of noise. Can I do like a quick check outside?
Yeah. Roll alertness.
75 on a 60.
It's clear. There's nobody there.
Yeah, Ringo Harrison just pulled up. Fuck. Hey guys.
I was thinking about doing John McCartney.
Paul Lennon.
No. It was going to be John, but one of the other Beatles. I forget what it was. I don't know. Never mind.
John
Continue.
Starr.
John Starr. That was what it was. I was going to do John Starr. Go ahead.
No going back. You sure?
Go for it.
The second that chain link pops, you all jump at a loud sound. As the door slams shut. Your flashlights that you have on at this point in time shut off. It's completely pitch dark in this room. You guys hear this sound, this pad of footsteps. The second the chain link breaks, door slams shut. Thump, 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 thump. Footsteps
From where?
everywhere.
Can I like feel-
Caleb, I need you to roll a dexterity roll for me.
46 on a 50.
46 on a 50.
Yes, 46 on a 50.
You feel a breeze approaching you fastly. You quickly step to the side. At the same time, all four of you notice the chains begin to rattle. They immediately fly to either side as the box itself opens wide, completely revealing the inside. It's empty. There's nothing but a small pillow there. Caleb, roll another dexterity roll for me.
How? I just rolled another 46.
46.
Nick, did I not? I fully rolled those, right?
You did.
You feel another breeze kind of touch towards you, but at this point, your back hits the wall. You feel your chest start to tighten. You feel your throat start to tighten. Your guys' lights are completely off, but they're starting to flicker and flash. They aim towards Caleb. Caleb, you are slowly feeling your throat tighten, and all three of you who remain here watch as he is slowly lifted off the ground.
I take pictures.
Pictures go off. The flash goes off.
With the
I'm
the strobes,
reaching,
yeah.
just reaching out for one of them.
Do I see anything?
Split second. Split. No. Nothing.
I'm probably looking to you.
You see
I'm
his.
probably looking
you
to Roy.
see his throat start to have these marks that are slowly kind of.
I pull my gun out and I get to the side of him like this, right fucking in front of his face, and I pop one to the side.
Roll firearms. Caleb, you take 4 points of damage as you feel your windpipe start to crush.
I'm reaching out again.
91 on a 40.
Anybody on this side?
A shot echoes out. You guys all feel this piercing sound as this
Can I try to open
gunshot in a
Can I try to
closed
open
container.
the door?
Roll a general strength check for me as you try to get this door open.
Just my ×5.
Caleb, in this moment, you immediately feel yourself thrusted over to the side, hitting the other wall. What did you roll?
55 on a 45.
55 on a 45. You're trying, and it is...
I'm screaming, help! Someone help!
I try to lift up the gate. I try to lift it.
Caleb,
I'm reaching out for the only other person here that
Yeah,
you-
at this point, I got my... I don't want to say
pictures
evidence.
of me dying.
You're like, oh my god, you're floating. Like, I was like, holy shit.
Caleb,
And I put that shit
Caleb.
down and I go up to grab you.
you, like I said, you feel yourself thrown against the wall. You take another 5 points of damage as you hit your head against the concrete. And then
try
it's
to lift.
quiet. The door throws itself open, and it's just you four.
It throws
Run over
itself
to
open.
Caleb. I run over to Caleb. Caleb.
Yeah, I get down on my knees and I check on him.
Roll medicine, or first aid, whichever suits your fancy. You hear this fast pad of footsteps exit out. And this all happens really, really quickly. And I know that I'm taking it kind of slow, but it all happens. All of this occurred within 6 seconds.
11 on a 30.
88 on a 30.
11 on 30. He's fine. Caleb, put yourself back to full health. And instead, you're going to suffer 5 points of sanity loss.
I turn and I say, Caleb, you all right? I turn where I fired the bullet. Did I really fire a bullet?
You did. There's a bullet hole there. You hear crash out from the main office there.
I go check.
I stay with him.
Peek out. Looks normal. Looks fine.
Is the kid there?
You can't see from this angle.
I start to I run towards the front.
Yeah.
I
Same.
start to pick up pace and run. I take my
Caleb,
firearm out as well.
You're hurting right now. You feel like you're in genuine pain.
I want to run,
And it,
almost crawl out of this and go. I'm assuming there's lockers like behind on the other side.
Yep.
Just put my back up to it. But the other ones, I want to get the fuck out of this specific locker.
okay. Roy, what are you doing?
So he's crawling out of the unit?
Yeah. And you notice, you look over at the box. Mentioned completely empty. There's just a small satin pillow. But what you did not notice until now is that there's a small rolled up piece of paper there. You two make your way towards the main office, open the door, look in towards the counter clerk, and you see him. Throat ripped out, back against the wall, blood covering almost the entirety of this office. Slowly, he's grabbing at his own neck, and then he goes limp. And that's where we're going to pick up next session.
I thought we weren't doing
I
anything
thought we weren't doing anything.
supernatural.
Dude, if I died,
I thought it wasn't
I'd been
supernatural.
so fucking mad at you if I died there.
I know.
They
I
got
know.
Delta Green so
I
bad.
thought it was
I said it.
Thanks for listening to this episode of LFVCU, a Nasty Table production.
Before we do, I would just like to point out that my current sanity is at 47, and my breaking point was 48.
Hey, breaking point.
Let's go. Finally past one.